We all know that there are a lot of underused perks in the game currently, so how can they be fixed? We'll be going over that today. Hey there guys, my name is EarthToLydia and welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video. As you heard in the intro, today I'm going to be covering some lesser used perks in the game, theorizing ways in which they could be made better to make them more viable across a lot of different ranks. If you like discussions like these, we often have conversations like this over on my Twitch channel, which if you guys didn't know, I stream Dead by Daylight over on Twitch at twitch.tv/EarthToLydia. 5 days a week. So come on down and enjoy a stream, and we're trying to hit 10,000 followers over there. It'd be great to have you. Okay, now let's get into it. The first perk that I'm going to be going over today isn't one that I really necessarily think is weak, but I do think there could be a really nice quality of life change to it, and that is Spirit Fury. Now, like I said, I don't think this perk is weak by any means. However, there's one change that I just really want to see, and that is I would like Spirit Fury to include breakable walls. So as we know, all of the maps are currently being reworked to bring them more in line with next-gen consoles, and with each map rework, we are seeing more and more breakable walls added. And this is something that's either requiring more setup time from killers at the start of a match, or it detracts from a chase. So for that reason, I would love to see cutting down breakable walls count towards the Spirit Fury counter. Now next up are a couple of survivor perks. So I asked you guys recently what you think the worst survivor perk in the game was, and I gave you a few options, but before I get into those, a lot of people in the comments did say that This Is Not Happening is probably the worst survivor perk in the game, and I would agree that it's not the most beneficial in its current state. One way that I think you could change this perk to make it better is to remove the injured aspect of it. So make the skill check success zones bigger all the time. Maybe it could make the entirety of the success zone bigger, and then it'll cater more towards newer players. Make it a little bit easier for them to just get to grips with skill checks, the sounds, when they'll appear. I do think as well that if this perk is going to make the great skill check success zone bigger, it should be increased by a significant amount. Maybe half of the entire success zone is just for greats. That might seem a bit much, but I do think it would be really helpful to newer players, or even just for tome challenges where they want you to succeed at great skill checks. Next, we are moving on to the perk that got voted the worst survivor perk in our poll, and that is No Mither. Now, first of all, I actually want to give a shout out to a streamer that came up with a really good idea for a way to rework this perk. Her name is Bear, aka Beararine TV over on Twitch. I will be linking her channel in the description, and she suggested that No Mither makes it so that you actually start in the game full health, so there is no indicator right off the bat that you are running this perk, because right now the broken status is kind of like waving a red flag to a bull, and can be particularly difficult if you're going against a killer like Oni, which benefits from you being injured. So Bear suggested you start the trial full health, and then the moment that you get hit, that is when the broken status kicks in. And the final perk that I'm going to be going over today is previously considered the best perk in the game, now considered one of the worst. That is SelfCare. And I really do think there is a very easy way of fixing SelfCare, and that is change the percentages. For anybody that's not been playing that long, SelfCare made it so that you heal at 50% of the usual healing speed, but healing speeds overall were changed, and that indirectly nerfed SelfCare. So now it takes an incredibly long time to heal yourself. Also, if the killer's running perks like Sloppy Butcher or Chorophobia, that can take even longer. And now people are running multiple perks to compensate for the fact that SelfCare doesn't do what it used to do. So rather than having to run several perks just to make one better, there's a very easy way of fixing SelfCare. Maybe make it 75% of the usual healing speed, but it doesn't stack with other perks. Maybe only make it stackable with medkits. Either way, I think that would be a very easy way of changing the perk so that it was less of a hindrance to the team again. But that is going to be all for me for the one video. If you have any more perks to suggest that you would like to see changes to, please be sure to leave them in the comments section. I would love to do a follow-up with more perks. But that is all from me for now. As always, I'll be leaving my social medias in the description. Be sure to check us out, join our Discord server. We're trying to get partnered with Discord this year, and like I mentioned earlier, I'm trying to hit 10,000 followers on Twitch, so if you'd follow me over there, I would greatly appreciate it. And I want to thank you all for making it this far into the video, Until next time, take care, guys.